Hello everyone and welcome back to a new junk journal with me. I'm using this new set today that I got from Shein, and it was advertised as a kind of 50s advertisement set, and I thought these were just sort of papers, but they've come with these papers, stickers and envelopes, so I'm going to use them today. I'm also going to use the actual packaging that it came in because that's really pretty too. So it came in a just a plastic bag, but then that was put inside a paper bag with a lot of the images on it. So yeah, I'm going to use that paper bag as well because that is the spirit of junk journaling. We don't want to throw that away, we want to use it. So I want to create a collage on this page just to cover up this page because it's got some hand-drawn music notes and things on it, and yeah, just wasn't really wanting to use this page today, so I thought I would collage for a change. I haven't done this in a while. I always collage using matte gel medium. Mine's gone really funny, so it's got these hard lumps in it, and I've had it for a really long time. I'm assuming that's why. I'm almost at the end of it now, so I'm going to get a new bottle, and yeah, hopefully that one will be okay. So you might see a couple of times that I have to sort of get out the lumps, which yeah, it's not great. It still does the job, so we're using it until it runs out. So yeah, I've taken lots of those images from that advertisement set and collaged them onto the left hand page along with some other faux vintage papers that I've got in the past. I just like the colours, and I like the way they're sort of pasted onto the page as though they're pasted onto sort of billboards and things, so I thought that looked pretty good. While that is drying, I'm going to work on this paper bag, so I'm going to stick it to the right hand page, and I've trimmed it down, and then obviously there's the part of the packaging that kind of explains what it is and has the writing on, which I don't want to be visible. So to cover that up, I've just stapled down some black lace over it, and then I'm going to add this chipboard number 8 on top of that, because I'm journaling about an event in August, so I wanted to use that chipboard piece. I've decorated the chipboard piece with just some bronze paint. I thought the bronze would work better with the vintage feel that we're going today instead of, you know, a gold, and I didn't want to paint it black either because obviously there's the black lace, and this looks really pretty. I like how that looks. I've got a couple of tickets here from the place that we went to about this day. I'll explain that a bit more, but I've just added them to the bottom of the page, sort of overlapping each other, and yep, attached my envelope, and I will put another coat on this number 8 just to make sure I haven't missed any spots, make sure it's nice and vibrant. I'm then going to take that paint, water it down a little, and add splatters to my page too. It kind of just, you know, melds everything together a bit more. You can obviously tell that it all goes together because of the vintage images that I've got, but yeah, I just like a little bit of sprinkly something, as you will know if you've watched my videos before. So yeah, lots of bronze splatters, and then here is my number 8 all dry, and I'm going to stick that down. It has a pretty strong adhesive on the back actually. It's quite sticky, but obviously, you know, with the passage of time and this book being sat upright, I don't want that 8 to be falling off at all, so I've added some staples into that as well. And then I've got 2 collaged photos that I'm going to put inside that pocket. So I'm journaling about a trip to a mini beach that we went to with Theo's best friend and her mum. We had a lovely time. It was kind of like a fake beach. It was like a massive sandpit and then a massive swimming pool and then fairground rides, places to eat, and a huge park, which they both absolutely loved because they love to run. So yeah, we're journaling about that today. So I wanted to decorate the back of these photos. One I'm going to use to add my journaling, and then the other one I'm going to create sort of a title just to say where we were that day. So I've collaged some of those vintage looking papers to the back of that one, and some vintage ledger paper to the back of the other one to journal on. You'll see my photos have washi tape over Theo's friend's face because yeah, any child who's not my child gets covered in my journal, just because, you know, privacy reasons. So that's why there's a bit of tape over some of the photos. I don't mind showing Theo. I share a lot of my life. I'll share pictures of my immediate family, but yeah, if they're not immediate family, and especially if they're children, I tend to cover up the faces just so yeah, just to give everybody a bit of privacy. It's just how I prefer to do it. And in the photos I can just kind of edit the faces a bit, but obviously on camera that's really hard to do. I actually have no idea how to do that, so I just add a little bit of washi tape. So I've added some of those vintage lady stickers to the back of my journaling page along with my journaling itself, and then onto this title page I've added a little sticker of the date that we went. Then I'm creating that kind of title, like I said. So this was called Ben's Yard. So I'm using some simple stories, letter stickers to create that title, and again a couple more of those stickers from the advertisement pack. These are really cool, and they just, when I knew I was kind of journaling about a beach, these just spoke to me. I don't know why, there's something about them that makes me think of the beach and the summer, and yeah, I think it works really well together. Not all of it is completely relevant, of course, but it doesn't have to be. We can do what we like in our journals, which is the beauty of it. I'm adding some detail to my title page with my white jelly pen that I absolutely love, particularly on that darker paper, and also it helps to let that title stand out a bit more. I've then got several collages of photos from the trip, and I'm using some more of those vintage looking papers just to kind of create a border around each collage. I really like how this looks. I think this looks really good, and I'm going to do it again because these packs that I got the papers in, there's loads of them and there's duplicates as well, so I don't mind, you know, using them up on a project like this. And the effect is really cool. It kind of looks like again, like an advertisement board, a billboard, where things have been just pasted over each other. And yeah, I love the look of them. Maybe it's because of the colours in the photos, but for some reason it just speaks to that vintage look and feel to me. I see a seaside break as well as quite a vintage thing to do, so quite an oldie worldy thing to do sometimes, particularly if you're, you know, staying in the country and not going to some exotic country to have your holiday. So yeah, I don't know, I think it works and I'm really happy with the outcome, so I hope you enjoy it as well. I'm going to stick all of those photos down now, and again add some details just around the page, just around the sort of edges of my photos to kind of add a border, help the photos stand up against all of that busy background noise that's going on. And yeah, just so that the photos are always forefront in, you know, if you're flipping through my book, the first thing you see is the photos, which is kind of the idea of the way that I journal anyway. I've seen recently a lot of junk journal pages that I think less and less people are adding photos to their pages. So I've got a couple of groups that I'm in on Facebook, and to me junk journaling was all about sort of journaling everyday life, and that to me is photos and lots of them, but I'm seeing more sort of artistic pages, which is really pretty, and it's nice to see that it's evolved a bit. I hope people are still interested in the way that I junk journal, because yeah, I don't see many people do it this way, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I follow a couple of YouTubers that I really like who still journal with their own photos, so yeah, hopefully it's not a lost art. I hope that what I do is still relevant. Basically, I've done it for many years, and yeah, as things evolve and change as the years go on, I hope that the way that I do things is still interesting. I'm also thinking about adding some art journal pages to my YouTube channel. It's something again that I used to do, and I recently got this kind of recipe book that I was going to alter into an art journal, so let me know if you'd like to see that, because it's nice to get a bit messy sometimes without having that need to document photos and events in everyday life. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you very much for being here. Bye everyone.